to Maria in San Diego, listening on Immaculate Heart Radio. Maria, your question for Patrick Madrid.
Hello, thank you very much for taking my call. And my question is, if a person misses Mass, is that person required to go to confession before receiving the Eucharist?
Is the question about missing Mass, Maria, based on somebody willfully, intentionally missing Mass, or did they miss because they're sick or they forgot or something that might be somewhat out of their control? Or is this the case of somebody who's just deliberately missing Mass?
It could be both, but sometimes just making, I guess, our priorities before missing Mass, before going to Mass.
So it would be deliberate in that scenario?
Yes, let's
okay.
Go for that.
So maybe they wanted to sleep in, or they were so busy they thought, well, I won't have time for Mass. So the reason I ask that question is the answer will be somewhat different depending upon your answer to that. In the case of somebody who's sick, if you're sick and you can't go to Mass, there is no sin involved with that. We have a Sunday obligation as Catholics. I think you're referring to missing Mass on Sunday specifically, because there is no sin if you don't get to Mass on a weekday, for example, unless it's a holy day of obligation. So the Sunday obligation does not obligate you to the impossible. So if you're traveling or you're ill or you have a sick baby at home and you just can't get to Mass because the baby needs your attention, God understands and you're not committing any sin in that situation. But if it's, well, gee, I would rather go to the movies, or I'd rather watch the Super Bowl, or I'd rather sleep in, and one intentionally misses Mass, then yes, that is a serious sin. And under normal circumstances, if someone is aware of being in the state of serious sin, then the requirement to go to confession first applies before you can receive Holy Communion. So if, let's say, you or your friend or somebody you know is in that situation, give that person the good counsel to go to confession first and mention this sin, however many times it may have happened, before they receive Holy Communion.
Okay. Thank you very much, Patrick.
You're welcome.